Morning, my name is Bob. This is a practical demonstration of what happens when you use 4 or 5 learning strategies in a cohesive unit. The title of the unit is The Bridge. The bridges in Halifax are part of my favorite part of the city. I love being up in McDonald. You can't walk on McKay. But I love being on McDonald, walking across it, being under in it. There's all kinds of good things that happen around the bridge. I don't know if any of you are Trailer Park Boy fans, but there was a scene shot underneath the McDonald where Julian's car, company car, was torched for the insurance money. The 4 that I use quite often are the SQR3, Blackboard, Herringbone, and Brainstorming. SQR3, it stands for Survey, Question, Read, and read 3 times. The parts of the bridge, I use them to sort of demonstrate the parts of the bridge and how they can become the cohesive unit. You're kidding me. No, sir. In the SQR3, the S stands for survey. When you read a chapter in a book, especially a textbook, read the chapter heading and look at it, and you can look at it and sort of hypothesize some questions that you might want to ask of the author and find out the answers to for yourself in order to help with the studying. The read part is where you read it 3 times. First part is you read it basically for whatever enjoyment you're going to get out of it. The second part is after you've written up questions on it and made the hypothesis of what it is you want to find out from it, you answer the question as you go along and recite the answers 2 or 3 times and sort of get the information build up in your mind and as a cohesive unit and kind of make sure it stays there and in a good unit. In the R's, the third R is for review. Basically is a couple more recitals and whatever you do to finalize the learning. And the Blackboard is suspension cable. One of the things is you can use it. You see here I have 2 words that I used to get confused on, and by putting it on the Blackboard, here in color, the color for all through the unit, it becomes more permanent learning every time I look at that and visualize the colors. I can make sure I don't forget. Whether one comes before 2 or A comes before B, it's still spelled the same. And whether I broke it down into other words that are close and kind of word association so that it becomes permanent. And the other one is this one here is a little trick that I do. I make up acronyms for different things that I want to remember in an order. BASMO is basically the provinces from west to east. B stands for British Columbia, A stands for Alberta, S is Saskatchewan, M is Manitoba, and O is Ontario. And with that, I'll never forget which province is which, because I used to get confused quite often. The other one is the herringbone is kind of the deck, and you'll see it's laid out shaped like the deck, and these are the towers and the cables. So what I have here is a bit of a thing of what I was going to do might do for the presentation. News photos, whether or not I use one of my own, I'm a photographer, whether or not I use a stock photo or old TV footage, whatever it is I'm going to use, I would circle it and put it in. And some more brainstorming here is basically the towers can be used as the main towers. The parts underneath the bridge and the parts on top are pretty much the same color of paint. And you see here I have past and present, whether or not whose photos are going to be used, whether I can find one from the past. Things to do on or near the bridge. I like going to the Alderton Market because they have an art gallery in there that I really love going to. I can watch the ships come in. I can take photos of the harbor. I can walk around underneath and envision the TV scene, the scene from the Trailer Park Boys, which I found really cool. And also I can name the parts in the architecture, name the parts, decide whether or not what part of history I might be focusing on for the bridge the presentation. And one more. And the last one is another Blackboard thing. It's another anachronism. This one is time zones. I sometimes get confused on time zones, and I invented this one. Prime Minister Sean. Pacific, Mountain, Central, Eastern, and Atlantic. I after having seen that in color and putting it out there and having it in color and having it in the Blackboard, I won't get confused on that one too often. So this is basically my way of showing how the learning strategies can be put into a unit and worked on with a bit better practice. The earlier one learns these things, the easier it becomes to use them in that way. I hope you found the exercise interesting. Thanks.